Hey guys, I'm out in Amarillo, Texas today at a place called Cadillac Ranch, and I'm about to get up to some mischief. That's right, I've got my spray paint, I've got my camera and mount, and I've got the secret ingredient. Shh, the secret ingredient is crime. Come on, let's go check it out. Alright guys, so check this out. Hey guys, I'm out here hiking the Sandia Crest above Albuquerque at 10,500 feet. It is cold and it is windy as hell. Hey guys, I'm in the caldera of this ancient volcano in New Mexico. Wait, what? All right guys, I'm out in northern New Mexico and I'm looking for the KT boundary. What? Hey guys, today I'm inside of a volcano. Hey guys, I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and you know what that means. I'm gonna sing the entire soundtrack to Rent and the Newsies. Wow. Nope. No, dude, what's wrong with you? Dude, no. Nobody likes when you sing. Remember the last time? Well, you guys are just uncultured. Look, my thing is the coolest, and I should go first. Focus on mine because I'm actually inside. I love volcanoes. So mine first. How long does it take to measure? No. Whoa, guys, future me's, one at a time. We can't all do this at the same time. It'd be chaos. And because I'm filming first, I call dibs. No. Dibs. Respect the dibs, okay? So as I said before I was rudely interrupted by myself, I'm on the Sandia Crest, which is this little mountain range just east of Albuquerque, New Mexico, that is giant formations of limestone and granite and other stuff that were pushed up by an old fault line. So on the western side, there's this sheer cliff face, and on the eastern side, you have this lush forest. And so when the Spanish settlers came in and they saw the rocks sort of beaming this bright reddish glow in the sunsets, they call them watermelon, and so it got the name Sandia. But right now it is freezing cold out here. I had to put 2 sets of gloves on because it's just cold, and on the ridgetop the wind is just howling, taking it down to close to 0. You know,
I've seen this rock
cold
only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
as I was saying before you guys rudely interrupted me, I'm inside of a volcano right now. Like, can you even imagine that? That's super cool. I mean, check this out. I love it. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, it's my turn, and this is super cool because I am at a place called Vaes Calderas, which in Spanish, without Google Translate, I'm gonna assume means Valley of the Caldera, just the mouth of an ancient volcano. So let's just say it that way. This volcano erupted for what, 13 million years and up to about 1 million years ago, and it created all these mountains around us. And so it's super cool. Today it has geothermal vents and hot springs. In the elk in the area come and graze in this giant valley. It's just super cool, and I'm glad to be out here exploring. But first, let me catch this sled. All right, let's go. Woohoo! Whoa! Whoa! That was awesome. All right, Pastamies, you better chickadee check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself, because I have the coolest one and it's my turn. I am in northern New Mexico, and I'm in search of the elusive KT boundary. Now, if you don't know what the KT boundary is, that's all right. It's actually kind of obscure. What it is a thin layer of iridium dust that compressed into sedimentary type rock, and it is found all over the earth. And it actually came from 1,000 years of dust up in the atmosphere. And how could iridium, that is not naturally occurring on the surface, it occurs down deeper in the layers of the earth, be put up into the air for such a long period of time? Well, that's because an asteroid struck the Earth 66 million years ago, tossed it up in the air, and coated the entire planet for 1,000 years. And that is what killed off the dinosaurs, or at least made them downsize into chickens. Poor dinosaurs. So today I'm gonna go find it. Come on, let's go check it out. Just kidding, I already found it. It's really hard to find. I got stuck on icy roads. I was slipping and sliding in my car, slipping and sliding on my feet, trudging through knee-deep snow, digging through with my hands through snow trying to find this thing, trespassing, all kinds of stuff. But I finally found it, so let's fast forward, and I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. Let's go check it out. Hey, real quick, let me stop you right there. I'm out in Colorado about 5 days later. It's much warmer out, and I found a much clearer KT boundary layer that I can show you guys real quick before we get back to that, okay? All right, so just to clarify, everything above that line is not dinosaurs. Everything below that line, dinosaurs. No dinosaurs, dinosaurs. Potatoes, not potatoes. Got it? Cool. All right, back to you. Now, why is this so special? One, it's because this definitively proved that the dinosaurs were killed by an asteroid. It actually struck right off the Yucatan Peninsula. And so they were able to determine with this layer all over the Earth that the entire Earth was coated. Number two, it's because this is the 5th mass extinction event. The 5th, not the first. The first was 444 million years ago. It was the Ordovician Silurian, and I hope I didn't butcher that because even I couldn't remember that. I had to look it up. The second was the late Denovian, which was 383 million years ago. So we don't even know. That was probably troglodytes and other things that went extinct. The third was the Permian-Triassic extinction that happened 252 million years ago, which killed off the first round of the dinosaurs. The fourth, the Triassic-Jurassic extinction event, actually killed off the second round of dinosaurs 201 million years ago. And this boundary signifies the fifth mass extinction event. And that's the KT boundary, which is known as the Cretaceous-Tertiary boundary. Up until a little bit ago, when a bunch of paleontologists got a little uppity and they wanted to be included, so it's the Cretaceous-Paleogene boundary now. Gosh. And what's next? They'll say that Pluto is a planet? Now, why this little layer of white rock is so important to me is because that's a record, the fifth mass extinction event 66 million years ago. But guess what? We're in number 6 right now. And we may be the first species to ever exist to name their own extinction, which is crazy. Let's take a walk and let's talk about it. So I told you when the mass extinction events happened and that there were 5 before and we're entering a 6th one, but what does that all mean? Well, a mass extinction event is when 90% or more of all the species on Earth die. And that is plant life, animal life, birds, fish, reptiles, bugs, everything, except for a very select few that survive. And so in the last 100 years, we've had approximately 50% of the species on Earth die off. So we are entering our mass extinction event at a breakneck speed, whereas all the other ones took 1,000 years or 1,000,000 years or multiple millions of years for them to die off. Ours is happening pretty fast, so it's kind of scary. So what's causing it to go so fast? Well, it's predominantly man-made. It's climate change is one of the biggest driving factors. Deforestation, overhunting of a population. There are just a ton of things going on right now that are causing one species after another to die. And then when one species dies, it takes itself out of the food chain, which then other species have to adapt to survive. And they can't just evolve. Evolution takes place over thousands of years. So they just die off as well because they have nothing to eat or they're overhunted by another predator or something. So it just is a compounding thing over and over and over until eventually it gets faster and faster and everything dies off. And so you know, I usually like to end my episodes on a high note, but it's kind of hard to end on a high note of your entire species is going to die off and you're going to take everything with you. I mean, we have about a good 150 years left, 200 years left maybe before we all go extinct. So let's face it, we'll all be dead by then, but then we'll all be dead by then. Oh, that's morbid. Let's go do something fun. Come on. Oh man, I'm out of breath. I'm not used to this elevation. When I got all the way back to my car, I realized my key wasn't in my pocket anymore. So I ran the entire mile back to where I was doing the snow angels. And guess what? Boop. Found you. 3 notes to self. 1, always zip my pockets when I'm doing snow angels. 2, get an extra key made. It's about time. I've traveled 44 states without having one. And 3, I'm loving this beard. I'm gonna keep it forever because these are icicles. And if they weren't on my beard, they'd be on my chinsicle and it would be frozen. So yeah, and I did just say chinsicle. Made up that word just for you. Deal with it. So I was sledding down this hill and I accidentally lost control of my sled and it ended up getting away from me. And it slid all the way down this hill. And I'm having to trek through about calf deep snow all the way down there to get it. And I'm really reconsidering going after it. Oh, the joys of adventuring. Now, whoa. Now why this? I'm getting a lot of wind here. often, so whoa. Man, I thought the Rockies would be a lot rockier. That John Denver's full of